my friend, quick warning. In Japan, your job contract can look simple, but one line can change your daily life. Work hours, overtime pay, paid leave, and even rules for being late. Today, I will show you what to check before you sign, so you don't say yes to something you didn't mean. In this video, we'll focus on paperwork, 雇用契約書、労働条件通知書。I'll explain the part that affects you the most: working hours, break time, overtime pay, paid leave, leave rules, absent early, leaving, and more. Quick note: these tips are basic. Rules may be different depending on who you work for. So make sure to check your company rules and conduct with the HR and ask questions before you sign any paperwork. Let's go! First, what is this document? This paper tells you the base rules of your job. Many companies call it 雇用契約書、労働条件通知書. Some companies ask you sign off on separate paperwork as acknowledgement. Why? It matters because it controls your daily schedule and pay. New job, new rules. If you are a new hire but previously worked for other companies, make sure to apply the rules and conduct of the current workplace. 2. The parts you must check. Life impact lines. A. 勤務時間 work hours 会社の規定 Look for 勤務時間就業時間 Example, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Also look for the words like 会社の規定による depends on company rules. Why? Depends on company rules means there may be a separate rule book that explains detail. What to do? If you see 会社の規定による ask HR, where can I read that rule? What not to do. Do not assume. It means flexible. Sometimes it means the opposite. B. 休憩時間 break time, including lunch. Look for 休憩時間 This includes lunch. Why? Some jobs have fixed lunch time. Some have rotating lunch. Some say 60 minutes, but the time is not the same every day. Common confusion. People think lunch is free time. But in some workplaces, you must follow a schedule. What to ask HR? Is lunchtime fixed or shift style? C. 残業 overtime and 残業手当 overtime pay. Overtime plus overtime pay. This part is very important. Look for 時間外労働 overtime work. 残業 overtime, 残業手当 overtime pay. Also look for 固定残業代 fixed overtime pay included. Why? Because fixed overtime means your salary may already include a set of number of overtime hours. Easy example, if it says 固定残業代20時間分を含む, it means 20 hours overtime pay is already included. What to do? Ask how many hours included. What happens if overtime go over that? Make sure to check if the company specify 残業 overtime and 残業手当 overtime pay. If you are a salaried employee, this may not always apply. If you are an hourly worker but no overtime information, make sure to ask HR. Some companies say there is no overtime before hiring, but they may ask you to do overtime depending on the situation. If so, make sure to record that overtime. What not to do? Do not assume overtime is always paid separately. This is a big misunderstanding. D. 休日 days off and 休暇 vacation or leave. Look for 休日 days off, 休暇 vacation or leave. Why? Some companies have weekends off. Some have shift days off. Some have company calendar. If it says 会社カレンダーによる, that means holidays follow their calendar. Japan has more national holidays than the US, but those holidays are not always counted as days off. E. 有給休暇 paid leave. 有給休暇申請ルール paid leave. 有給 look for 年次有給休暇 paid leave. 有給休暇 paid leave. Why? Paid leave has rules when you can start using it. How to apply? How many days must you take notice? Common ups. People think I can take paid leave tomorrow, but some companies require apply 3 days or 1 week in advance. What to ask HR? How do I apply? How many days notice do I need? Who approves it? Some companies prioritize senior employees' vacation requests when you and others with seniority have the same schedule. This has happened to me so many times I had to modify my vacation. F. Kibiki. Bereavement leave. Bereavement leave. Look for kibiki or keicho kyuka. Special leave for life events. Why? If something serious happened in your family, this rule decides how many days you can take and how to report. What to do? Know where this rule is written before you need it. G. 無断欠勤 absence without notice 遅刻 late 早退 leaving early. Look for 無断欠勤 absent without notice 遅刻 late 早退 leave early. Why? In Japan, the biggest problem is not being sick. The problem is no contact. Many companies care a lot about who to contact and by what time. Common oops. People message only a coworker, but the company rules said call your manager or contact HR. What to ask HR? If I'm sick, who do I contact, call or message? By what time? 3. How to ask HR without sounding difficult. Here's a safe line. この部分がわかりません。詳しく教えていただけますか? Excuse me, could you explain this in simpler words? Then say about overtime pay or about paid time leave. Why? This shows you are careful and professional, not complaining. Quick recap. Before you sign, check these life impact lines: work hours, breaks, overtime pay, holidays, paid leave rule, bereavement leave, and late and absence rule. Next video, we'll do paperwork number 2, the tax form, 扶養控除と申告書. Also confusing, and I'll explain it simply. If you like this video, like and subscribe please. If you have any questions, drop them in a comment. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you in the next video. 見てくれてありがとう。またね。